Hello and welcome everyone to our Srijan Institute and Training Center YouTube channel with me Amrit. So in the previous session we started the concept of local classes and we have some introduction on attributes. Now we will continue our playlist, and in this part we are going to discuss the concept of static attributes versus the instance attributes in object-oriented ABAP, right? So let's see that part and let's try to implement it so that we can easily understand this concept. What the static attribute is saying? Static is a class property, right? So let me just show that. Static attribute, static attribute. Static is a class property. That is why it is not specific to any object. Static is a class property, that is why it is not specific to any object. Then static attributes are initialized only once. That is, memory will be allocated only once, which will be shared by all the objects available there. Okay. Static attributes are declared by using the class data keyword. Also, and static attributes can be accessed by the class name as well as the object name, right? This is your static attribute. Now if I talk about the instance one, so instance attribute, what does the instance attribute is saying? So instance is a object property. So instance attributes are declared on the behalf of each object. That is, memory will be allocated for each object. Okay. Then instance attributes are declared using the data keyword. Instance attributes are declared using the data keywords, right? And instance attributes can only be accessed by using the object name. Class name is not allowed here. Okay. This is the clear difference between your static and instance. Now let's implement it. So I'll open the one. I will open the SAP logon. Okay. I will create my program, instance versus static. Static versus instance, and executable, pass the package, and request. Perfect. Now here I will have a class definition, so local class definition and class, and between I will have a public section, and I will define my data here, so LV number, type I value 10, let's say. Okay, then what I will do is I will go for implementation of this instance one, so I'll go for startup selection, and here I will declare one object. Let's see what is going to happen. So LO underscore obj1 is equal to, this is my instance attribute, right? So new local class, okay, and I will display my first object, so using first object, I will go for write statement LO underscore obj1 LV number. Then using this object I will increment the value of my LV number. Let's see what is going to happen. Plus equal to 1. Now I will declare another object, so LO underscore obj2 is equal to new local class, and let's display the same stuff. So write statement using object2 LO underscore object2 let's check it, both the values what we are getting in the output. Can we see we are getting just the value 10. Why? Because for each object a space where a memory is getting allocated, so this value, even if you are incrementing, this is getting incremented only and only for your object 1, not for 2. So let's see that part here, and let's go and check. See, its value is 11, right? That's how it's working. But if I talk about static memory is only allocated only once, and it is shared by all the objects. So if I will change this to class data, things will completely change. If you are incrementing the value, this value will reflect in second object also. See, its value is reflecting here, right? So this is the clear difference between your static and instance attributes. Okay, so this is all about this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and like our video and subscribe our Srijan Institute channel. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.